The bicycle kick vs Juventus 2018, a goal that earned a standing ovation. The night football stopped breathing. For a split second, football stopped breathing. 70,000 people inside the Allianz Stadium fell into stunned silence. The commentators screamed, then lost their voices. Defenders froze. A legendary goalkeeper stared into the distance, unsure of what he had just witnessed. And then something unheard of happened. Fans wearing black and white, Juventus fans, stood up and applauded a goal scored against them. Not out of pity, not out of sportsmanship, but out of pure disbelief. On April 3, 2018, Cristiano Ronaldo scored a goal so outrageous, so technically perfect, so physically impossible, that it transcended rivalry, loyalty, and even competition itself. This was not just a goal. It was a moment that redefined greatness. Stay with me, because to truly understand why this bicycle kick became immortal, we must go back to the pressure, the doubt, the physics, the psychology, and the man who refused to obey limits. Chapter 1. The stage, where legends are judged. The UEFA Champions League is not just a tournament. It is football's courtroom. This is where legacies are defended, attacked, and rewritten. Where reputations are shattered and legends are crowned. And in the quarter-finals of the 2017-18 Champions League, Real Madrid faced Juventus, a club built on discipline, defense, and dominance. Juventus were not just any opponent. They were one of Europe's most tactically disciplined teams. A defensive fortress led by Giorgio Chiellini and Leonardo Bonucci. Guarded by Gianluigi Buffon, a goalkeeper many consider the greatest of all time. And standing opposite them was Cristiano Ronaldo, already a four-time Ballon d'Or winner, already a Champions League king, yet still doubted by some. At 33 years old, critics whispered, "He's past his peak, he relies too much on service. He can't do it alone anymore." That night in Turin, Ronaldo had other plans. Chapter 2. The build-up, pressure, history, and expectation. Real Madrid arrived in Italy as defending champions, carrying the weight of history. No team had ever won the Champions League 3 times in a row in the modern era. Every camera followed Ronaldo. Why? Because he had already terrorized Juventus before. Because he had already broken their hearts. And because he always delivered on the biggest nights. The first goal of the match came early. Ronaldo scored with a powerful header. Clinical, ruthless, familiar. But what came next was something no one could have predicted. Not the fans. Not the players. Not even Ronaldo himself. Chapter 3. The moment, when time slowed down. The clock ticked past the 60th minute. Dani Carvajal picked up the ball on the right flank. Juventus defenders were organized. Buffon was alert. The stadium hummed with tension. Carvajal sent in a looping cross. At first glance, it seemed harmless. Then Cristiano Ronaldo moved. He adjusted his position with microscopic precision. His eyes locked onto the ball. His body twisted. His legs prepared to launch. And then, he jumped. Not just jumped. He rose. As if gravity had temporarily lost authority. At 33 years old, Ronaldo leapt nearly 2.38 meters 7 feet 9 inches into the air. His body turned sideways. His left leg anchored balance. His right leg swung like a whip. And with perfect timing, he struck the ball mid-air, upside down, with devastating power and accuracy. The ball flew past Buffon and into the net. Goal. But no celebration followed. Only shock. Chapter 4. The reaction, silence louder than noise. Football stadiums are rarely quiet. But after that goal, the Allianz Stadium went silent in a way that felt unnatural. Juventus. Defenders didn't protest. They didn't shout. They didn't even look angry. They looked defeated. Gianluigi Buffon, a man who has seen everything football can offer, stood still. Later, he would admit, it was a goal that deserved applause. And applause came. Thousands of Juventus fans rose to their feet, clapping a man who had just destroyed their team. That alone tells you everything. Chapter 5. Why this goal was humanly impossible. Let's break it down, not emotionally, but scientifically. 1. The height. Ronaldo jumped higher than Chiellini, Bonatia, any Juventus defender in the box. At 33 years old, his vertical leap surpassed players nearly a decade younger. 2. The timing. A bicycle kick requires perfect coordination, split-second timing, zero hesitation, One mistimed movement and it becomes embarrassing. Ronaldo executed it flawlessly. 3. The technique. Most players mishit bicycle kicks, lack direction, lose power. Ronaldo generated speed, precision, and placement, all upside down. 4. The pressure. This wasn't a friendly match. This wasn't a highlight reel moment. This was a Champions League quarterfinal, away from home, against elite defenders, with millions watching, and he chose that moment to attempt the impossible. Chapter 6. The mentality, why Ronaldo dared to try. Here's what separates Cristiano Ronaldo from almost everyone else. Most players think, what if I miss? Ronaldo thinks, what if I score? This goal wasn't luck, it was belief. Years of obsessive training, core strength conditioning, mental visualization, self-confidence bordering on arrogance, all collided in that moment. Ronaldo didn't hope, he expected. Chapter 7. The aftermath, respect beyond rivalry. After the match, something remarkable happened. Italian media, usually ruthless toward opponents, praised Ronaldo endlessly. Juventus fans flooded social media. We were beaten by greatness. That goal was worth the ticket price. Sign him. And just months later, Juventus did exactly that. They signed Cristiano Ronaldo. Many believe that bicycle kick played a role, not just as a goal, but as a statement. Chapter 8. Legacy, a goal that changed history. This bicycle kick, one goal of the season, became one of the most replayed goals in football history. Cemented Ronaldo's Champions League legacy. Inspired young players worldwide. But more importantly, it reminded the world of something vital. Age is a number. Limits are negotiable. Greatness is chosen. Chapter 9. Comparing it to other iconic bicycle kicks. Many players have scored bicycle kicks. Very few have done it. In a Champions League quarterfinal. Against a legendary goalkeeper. At 33 years old. With such technical perfection. That's why this goal stands alone. Chapter 10. Why football needed this moment. Football is evolving. Tactics are rigid. Systems dominate creativity. Risk is discouraged. Then Ronaldo did this. He reminded everyone, football is art. Football is courage. Football is magic. Conclusion. The goal that will never age. Years from now, when tactics change and records fall, this goal will still be replayed. Children will ask, did someone really score that? And the answer will always be, yes. Cristiano Ronaldo did. Because some goals win matches. Some goals win trophies. But once in a lifetime, a goal wins immortality. And on that night in Turin, Cristiano Ronaldo became eternal. GOAT soccer ball.